Good morning, everyone. This is Paul with Catch the Turn Trading Room. Can everybody hear me okay? All right, sounds good. Excellent. Well, let's get started with the morning recap. We're going to be keeping an eye on the Euro USD as well as the dollar yen. The Euro USD hit a high about 138.30, I believe, last night. I don't know if we'll see a reversal in the morning, but it is pushing down as of right now. It's been slowly pushing down below 38 even. So we'll keep an eye on that and see if there's any trade opportunities. And the dollar yen as well is now at 97.34. So there's a couple. And then if anything sets up on the Euro USD, we'll probably take a look at the Euro yen to look for any possible opportunities. Let me check the news for the morning. I believe there was some news last night at about 1:30, but as far as today's calendar, the only thing is medium impact data, which is consumer sentiment and wholesale inventories. So there isn't much else happening today. It's going to be a slow news day. So I wouldn't expect too many reversals. However, we might see a nice continuation of the Euro USD off the 138.30 highs from last night, and we'll look to possibly find a couple opportunities there. Does anyone have any questions about the market this morning or last night? Yeah, April, let me pull up a daily chart real quick and I'll show you that. Let's see. Oh, you have I think you don't have raw candles on yours, so let me find a different chart. Hold on a second. All right. Here's what the daily looks like, 37.87. If you're not sure if yours is loading correctly, just right-click and reload all historical. Again, your candles might not look exactly like Vladimir's, but as long as they're giving roughly the same information, you should be okay. Let's see, this is HMA8. Okay, good. I'm glad that it's fixed. Let's see. And then let's see. Hidoki. Dollar yen 15-minute turn short while the 1 hour is long. Possible trade long after 15-minute Cobra change back to long then. Let's take a quick look at dollar yen. So there's the 1 minute, but let me change this to, here's the here's the 60-minute. We're on the fourth candle currently on the dollar yen of that push higher, and you're talking about the 15-minute that just went short. So we'd like to see this push down at least to the midline, and then if we start getting the candles narrowing out like this, we could look to re-enter the long. I think that's how you're looking at it too, right, Tom? So we'll keep an eye on that as well. If the equity markets drop today, this should give us a good push at least to 97. The range right now on the dollar yen is only about 7 pips though, so we'll have to see that pick up quite a bit. And that's on 15-minute bars, so there's not much there to get at the moment. Hey guys, so we're looking at the couple setups that we're going to be looking for to get in. We'd like to see the euro yen. It's currently at 134.26 going long on the hourly. You can see right here, these are it's just starting to push up. So it looks like we may have a little bit of dollar weakness creeping in here. We'd look for an entry to go long on the euro yen at about 134.10 if we get a pullback somewhere around here. Again, we have 45 minutes until this candle closes, so if we get a pullback within this candle, we may wait or hold off, but I'd like to see this candle close bullish and then see price come back on the very next candle and pull back to get us in on the 60-minute. On the euro USD, take a quick look here at the euro USD. You can see that Cobra is still short. Our ocean is also flat to slightly down, pointing slightly downward. So we're waiting to see if the euro USD gives us some sort of pullback to about 138. I'd like to see around 138.15, 138.10 to enter a short position here. We have been kind of ranging out last night. There were 3 attempts to break 138.30. We failed. So right now it's at about 137.91. We'll be waiting to see if we get a little bit more of a pullback, and we'll take that short as well. And then the dollar yen has been running long already, so we are looking to enter a long position on that if we get a pullback to about 97.20, somewhere in here. You can see Cobra is really nice angle on that, steep, so there's a lot of momentum to the upside. But hopefully there'll be a little bit of profit taking here as we retest the prior swing highs, and it'll come down and give us a good entry somewhere around 20s to enter a long position. Again, we're waiting for pullbacks on all of these to allow our entries to be a lower risk trade. Any questions? Hey guys, so just a quick recap on what we're waiting for here. We're looking for 2 to 3 trade setups currently. We'd like to go along the dollar yen, waiting for a pullback to around 97.20 area based on the 60-minute chart. Let me just switch these up for you guys. It pushed up a little bit here. We're just waiting to get price a retracement so we can enter the trade. About around 97.20s on the euro USD. We'd like to see price come back closer to Cobra and look for a short entry around 38.10, 38.15. And then on the euro yen, we're looking for a possible long opportunity. You can see the Cobra just went long on the 60-minute chart. We're just getting, it's just really low momentum, very little momentum, very little energy to the upside. There's not a lot of orders coming through at the moment, so we're just going to wait on that as well for an entry around 134.10. If we can grind down on the smaller time frames, we will look to enter along on the euro yen as well. Yeah, Mike, the euro USD can get to 138.20. That would be right at where Cobra is. So if it tests Cobra and then comes back, that would be an ideal trade setup. It's a very low risk entry for us to go short anyways, so we don't want to jump in here at the bottom of a swing potentially and have such a wide stop. So it's a much higher probability and less risk if we wait for price to retrace close to Cobra and then take a short entry there, knowing that our stops will be a lot less if price pushes up towards the upper ocean. So hey guys, so we're just keeping an eye on things here. You can see the 1 minute still ranging, and there's just not a whole lot going on at the moment. So we'll keep an eye on things. If anything starts moving, we will. I will definitely let you know. Again, there's no high impact news this morning. There's only a couple reports that are medium impact or low impact, and it's a consumer sentiment, wholesale inventories, and that's about it. So if you guys have any questions or would like to see something, let me know, and I'll be happy to go over it in the room with you guys as soon as I see it. There are a couple bright spots to mention, I think, this morning. So the equity markets opened up slightly. The Dow Jones was up 34 points, the S&P up 4, and the NASDAQ was up 26 points at the open. And there's a couple positive news reports. Durable goods increased, as well as an increase in aircraft demand. So that's kind of taking the spotlight today and pushing things a little bit higher. So will this last through the entire session? I don't know, but it's definitely better than negative news coming out, I think, as far as the equity markets go. So that's good for the economy. Let's see if that continues. Also, I believe the jobless claims dropped. Not sure by what amount, but I think it was at 350,000. So there's a few bright spots there overall, and not much else to talk about at the moment. Let's see. Yeah, Mike, getting a little bit of a push on the euro at the moment. It's at a 97. So let's see if we can get some follow through, get closer up to 15 or 20, and our short will be setting up nicely. Hey guys, so the markets are still green for the day. I just want to go over a couple things. We're waiting for the Euro USD to get up over 38. It doesn't look like it's going to be able to do that. It's tested 97 a couple times, 98, but it can't seem to get any bids past that price. So if it retests that, we may go ahead and take it short right around 138 even, just so we can try to get into something and hopefully get some follow through to the downside. The euro yen is pushing up. It's at 134.30. We're not getting a pullback right now either in that. So things are kind of taking off without any type of sell-off. So it makes it a little more difficult to get in a low-risk entry, just because we like to see the price retracements come back and take us in. And we don't like to chase these these orders or put them in, by chasing price as it's moving. So we'd like price to pull back. We're not getting it at the moment, so we'll just keep an eye on that. If we do get in a trade, I will let you guys know. Hey guys, so just a quick update. We are getting a little bit of a push up on the Euro USD. We broke 38 finally. We're currently at 38.05, 38.06, and so it's definitely looks like they want to push it higher. So we may actually get a good opportunity here to get in. I'll keep you updated as soon as we get into the price area that we want. As far as the dollar yen, that's pushing down. It's currently at 30. It's not doing a whole lot. But and the euro yen is at 33. So neither of those two are as close as the euro USD is to triggering an entry. So we'll take a look. We'll keep an eye on that, and I'll keep you updated. So we're still waiting, guys. Euro USD is holding steady at 0.4. Dollar yen's at 97.31, and the euro yen's at 134.33. It's just, keep in mind it's Friday. We're just not getting a lot of movement this morning. So I will definitely keep an eye on these, and if you guys hear any news or anything like that, feel free to post it in the room. There isn't much going on right now at the moment, so the markets are all pretty flat right now, and you can see it's reflecting that in these three pairs. If there's something else that sets up, possibly even a different pair or something like that, I will let you guys know. But in the meantime, we're just focused on these three, and we're still waiting for the one that looks closest to giving us our entry right now is the Euro USD. So I would like to see it push up a little more. Again, we're going for a really short-term trade, so we don't want to just jump in short when it's ranging out like this and then be exposed to more of an up move. Hey guys, so just looking at the Euro USD, it looks like we got up to about 07, 08, and I'm still waiting for it to push up towards 20 or 15 to 20. I do think it will get up there. If you guys are comfortable, you can put a trade on here if you wanted to as a position trade. But again, I'm waiting for it to push higher to about 15 to 20 for an intraday trade. So I'll keep an eye on that. Let's see if it broke 38, so I don't think I was talking it over and with Vlad, and just doesn't seem likely that they would have pushed it past 38 for no reason. So we are looking for it to continue a little bit higher. It's currently at 05, so we'll keep an eye on it. Hey guys, so we're looking at the Euro USD, and it looks like it didn't want to give us that push up to 15. It is now back below 38, clearly at 93. For those of you that did jump in short, where I mentioned earlier as a position trade, good thinking, good job. I did not. I cannot say that I got into this. I missed it. So if you guys were able to grab it, I'm happy for you. But again, if we get another push late morning, we may try to take it short again for maybe catch 5-10 pips out of it. But at this point, it broke pretty hard below 38. So clearly, there's a lot more activity to the sell side, and it's going to take quite a bit of buying to get it back up there, especially during the U.S. session. So it could also be partly a result because the U.S. markets were bullish in the open, and now we're getting kind of a push up. But I don't see any news that would have caused this or any other, unplanned event. So let's just keep an eye on things. You can see the dollar yen is just pretty much where it's been all morning. It's only at 38, and the euro yen is reversed a little bit to the downside. It's at 33 now, but it's still pretty far from our possible entry area. Yeah, Tom, that's a good entry on there. We didn't get the pullback we wanted, so it was kind of one of those things where you got to pick a point and jump in if you're gonna go for the higher risk opportunity. We did not get into that position just because we didn't get a pullback. So Again, aggressive entry would have been to just get in at a break. I'm looking at the 1 minute here. The Cobra turned long again after this little breath at around 97.39.40 roughly. So it looks like you got in right around that point. So definitely a nice entry because you got some follow through on there. And then as far as the Euro USD, again, we're looking at around 30. It's really having a hard time getting over 38.08, 38.09. So I wasn't sure it was going to get back up to 15. I think I believe it was going to push up that far, but I may have been a little too conservative with that, and so I missed out on that entry as well. So it's a little disappointing, but I'm glad that you were able to get in. Again, guys, we're trying to give you setups that you can follow along with, but again, you have these charts up. So if you see something setting up and you see a possible trade in the direction and there's momentum picking up, then you can go ahead and get in. You just have to set your stops accordingly. So if you're getting in here at the top of this, somewhere down here, your stop shouldn't be more than maybe maximum 10 pips above the swing or within the range of this price swing. So we know that price tested 38.09 and was not able to break that. It went up that high earlier this morning. If you look at your chart, around, I think it was 3 in the morning, it got up that high. So let me actually change this to a 15-minute. So the high on that swing was 38.10, and then earlier this morning it was at about, let's see, so at 1 in the morning it was at 38.25, dropped down and then pulled back to about 38.01. That's not accurate. Let me find another. Here's the actual swings, price swings. So you can see that was last night, and then this morning at about 2, 3 in the morning, it was right around 25, 26, came down, retested, came up to 38.09, 38.10 at about 4 in the morning, came down, retested the same level. Okay, so again, the ocean is curving downward, so we know we have our downward bias. We know we're looking to go short, even though the daily on the daily has been in an uptrend. We're getting kind of a topping out range here. You can see these candles are having a hard time really pushing higher, and price hasn't been this high in a very long time. 38 for the euro is a pretty significant area, and we were looking for a possible reversal. So when you go back down to our smaller time frame charts, and we see that it's had a hard time breaking through that 38.10 area right here. Let me show you right here. Let me make that something a little brighter. So you can see this level right here had a hard time breaking it. And then if we add actually the market force indicator and even the pulse, we'll probably see some divergence. Okay? So what that means is that, let's see how they look first. I'm going to explain what I'm drawing here in a minute. Okay guys, so you can see on this prior swing, Our pulse indicator was pushing higher and reached an extreme of about 0.006. Okay, the market force indicator was very weak. It was just coming back from negative from this downswing and just starting to push back up. So this was declining, moving towards positive, back towards the zero line. But then we had another swing down, and market force regained some of that downward momentum. And then on this retracement here, started declining again. And then on the push up, we finally crossed above zero. Prices continued higher. But as we hit these highs, you can see we retested from this area here. Okay, the histogram was exactly the same. Price was making new highs, but the indicator was not making new highs. And not only that, but on this next attempt to push up beyond 3808, the indicator was declining. We actually had a lower reading on the market force, and we also had a decline in the pulse indicator from this prior swing up. See the levels that were hit up here, 0.008 on the pulse indicator, which was about, and on the market force indicator was 0.13. And then on the next swing up, the pulse indicator was 0.006, so it was a lower value. We can see that by the trend line. And prices were still making new highs, or not new highs, but equal highs. So there wasn't a lot of follow through to the upside. Okay, we would have, if this was a bullish condition, we would have liked to see the pulse indicator making either equal highs or higher highs, showing that more buying was coming in, more bullish activity was coming into the candles. But that wasn't the case at all. So sure enough, on this next down move, Cobra turned right on point, right at the turn. Cobra confirmed short at the close of this candle here, and it pushed down. Again, it didn't give us an opportunity on this little pullback here. Again, I was waiting for something around 15 to 20 to be hit, which was really the beginning of this the initial move down early this morning, about 1 or 2 in the morning. That's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see price come and retest these highs right around here. If price had pushed up to this area, it would have put in somewhat of a double top, and I would have known this is a higher probability short, but there just wasn't enough buying interest to take it up that high. So I missed out on that short opportunity by 6 pips, because I think it hit a high of 909, if I'm not mistaken, and it's just rolled over. Now it's pushing down. I don't know how much follow through we're going to get, but the market force indicator is increasing to the downside. The red candles are getting longer here, so we may see a little bit of follow through, and the pulse indicator is getting some bearish activity coming in here. These candles are all red. So that's just a little bit of the reasoning behind it. It's easier to describe it after some of this price action has taken place, but the logic, you can find this right as it's happening. So the idea is to look at these as it's coming through. And the only thing I should have maybe taken into consideration was that I didn't identify this right at this point in time. Right when this was occurring, I already could see the market force was declining. But I'm so set on waiting for price to get back up to 20 that I kind of ignored what the charts were telling me here. So lesson for me, missing it. Good job, Tom, and whoever else was able to get into those positions. It looks like you guys got in. A couple of you may have gotten in. So hopefully you'll get some good follow through. If not, I will still be looking to short this. But again, it's Friday and it's almost 9 in the morning, so we don't want to be trading too much longer. The market's going to flatten out completely into the afternoon. I wouldn't expect anything to happen unless there's some major catastrophe or news event or something like that. So I'll keep an eye on things, and if anything happens on here, I'll jump back on, guys. Hey guys, so we're still waiting for the see if the Euro USD was going to give us a nice push up. Given it's this late in the morning and I got to shut down the room in about 10 minutes, Vladimir is going to be doing a webinar at 10 a.m. So you guys are welcome to log back in for the webinar. And I think it's just going to be more educational, going over different charts with the indicators and things. But I'm going to go ahead and put an order to short the Euro USD at 38.40. So I will type that in the room here. Short the Euro USD. And what will happen is if Sunday afternoon, price gaps up to those levels, it'll take me in short and probably come right back down. That's how I'm planning the trade. So it's going to be a pending order to short the Euro USD at 138.40. I don't think it's going to get anywhere near that today, obviously, and it's just running a little late in the morning to plan on any big movement. As you can see, everything's just been kind of moving in a 10-pip range. So it's really difficult on some of those days to find a trade. You know, we like to trade every day of the week, but there isn't always a trade, especially on Fridays. It's almost more risky to take some trades on Fridays just because there isn't a lot of follow-through on price. So when you're trying to catch a trend move, or you want to catch 15, 20 pips, you're only going to get 3 or 4 out of it before it reverses on you. So I think Tom was able to get a couple trades, and I'm not sure if Keith was able to get in on a couple, but hopefully you guys were able to just follow along on the charts and see the price action. And we're definitely looking forward to Monday morning. There should be some good action if Euro does push up on Sunday afternoon or late today. But I'll be looking to short the Euro USD, and the dollar yen is still pushing higher. It's just kind of grinding up slowly. It did not pull back at all to give us an entry to go long or to re-enter long. But from a position trade standpoint, it's not too bad of an area. 97.40s. It could retest 97s, but more than likely it's going to head back up towards 98.50s if it breaks above. Let's see what level I had here. If we get above 97.60s, it's probably going to head towards 98. That'll be the next area. So just write those numbers down, and then 98.20 would be the first possible resistance area. All right. So again, I'll have a pending order put in place on the Euro USD right up here, shorting it at 40. Which will, I'm looking forward to price getting back up there on Sunday and taking me into the short. So I'll leave the room open for a little bit, a few more minutes, but that's pretty much it, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I'm happy to go over the charts with you. There is a webinar at 10 a.m. that Vlad's going to be doing, so you can always come back in for that. Thank you, guys.